You're invited to a birthday party in a place where dreams are made of as we come of age. Open new doors and celebrate together where the wild waves whist and all our stories begin.
The key was a massive performance celebration of TR2 turning 21 years old.
We had 138 performers. We had young singers, dancers and actors aged 8 to 21. We also had 10 young technicians and they operated the show and ran all the technical elements, and we also had 9 young designers who made by hand all of the beautiful props and scenery that we have in the show. So all of the spaces in this entire building that were dressed so wonderfully were done by young people.
Turning any non-conventional theatre space, for example offices, into a performance space can be difficult, but everybody in the building and at the theatre helped us to make that as smooth as possible.
Usually in the summer we would do a performance or a show for our young company. This year it felt a little bit different, and so we knew that it was the 21st birthday of TR2 and we wanted to make something that could maybe combine those two ideas. So a show for young people and our communities, and a celebration of TR2 turning 21.
That was really important to us because if we're celebrating this building, TR2, at the heart of it has always been young people.
Celebration of a building doesn't sound very exciting. The thing that makes it exciting is its location, its architecture, the people who are in it, and the art that comes out of it. So those 4 things really fed into kind of the style of the things we celebrated.
I mean, I'm so excited for the first day that we've all come together. We've been going through the script.
And we've just been reading it, asking lots of questions, what the story means to us, also talking about our own relationships with the building and the theatre and the city.
I started really with responding to the script and then the ideas of 21st birthday parties and of The Tempest, which is at the root of the story. It's bringing all the directors and the participants' ideas together and then trying to find a visual language for all of those ideas. These characters, they're swept in by the sea, so I wanted them to look in some ways contemporary, so we're using denim and linen, but that some of the shapes look quite historical. We've got a movement group and I thought about them as part of the estuary, so colours of water but also with like the silt and the rocks. Sometimes I play around with them a bit digitally. I might see how they work in different backgrounds. Then they will go to the wardrobe department to interpret my drawings. So it is a really collaborative process.
We've learned a few dance routines.
Just getting to know the space and the people.
By being here, it almost creates a sense of community. It's really good to be part of the theatre.
Already in just one day I've met so many new people and we've done so much dancing, and I can't wait to perform it with like all the costumes.
It's something different, it's something new. This is quite exciting.
We've been starting on this costume for Prospero, which was actually originally used for Richard Briers from The Good Life about 30 years ago, and he played Prospero. And we've taken it and we're adapting it to look more like the design that has just come out of the sea. So what we've done is we've altered the sleeves and we're going to alter the length, and we are adding and embellishing it with seashells, and we're going to paint into the bottom so it looks like it's just come out of the water, so it's more wet looking. The costumes very much are representing the sea and the natural elements around us. This is Ariel. And so what I've done to keep in mind with this design is that I bought a suit from Amazon, and then to create these applique pieces on the side, I've researched and found tea towels that I'm using that have that sort of watercolour look already.
Doesn't have to should be so. Changes can be made. You can move a mountain if you use a larger space. Anything can happen, it's a marvel. You can be a butterfly or just stay larval.
It wanted to feel special, it wanted to feel unique and like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I thought about something that would perform all over the site at TR2. So we had 3 journeys around the building. One was outside, one was downstairs, and one was upstairs. And those 3 journeys happened 3 times. Each of them ran consecutively, and so the audience did all 3 journeys in different orders, and there was going to be a beginning and an end. And I thought that form felt exciting, because in that form we could explore the past, the present, and the future.
Having the young people and really focusing on their journey, their own artistic journey through this project has been really exciting. They've worked so hard, and the amount of energy and support that they've thrown into this and the love they have for one another, the way they've come together, it feels like I'm working with a professional company.
It's been very fun seeing it all come together, and it's been very nice to see past generations and future generations and present generations come together, and I've made fantastic friends that I'll keep throughout the industry hopefully as I move on.
It's really built my confidence, and I've come up my shell a lot during this week.
There were over 200 people here in the building running this show and making it all happen. And there was a big moment at the end of the show in rehearsal room 3 where all of those people come together. And in the lead up to that and rehearsing that moment, I was just so nervous to think that we have to make sure that 200 people are all in one space, happy and working really well together. But it was one of my favourite afternoons I've ever had in my career when we all learnt the dance together.
We kept going, why have we decided to do this throughout the kind of final rehearsals? Because it just felt so epic. It felt like we'd never be able to achieve it. But of course we did, due to the amazing people who worked on the show.
The 8 to 11s were the young architects who performed outside, talking about how they built TR2 and how the actual building came to be. We had the 11 to 14s who worked on a piece about drama rehearsals and how theatre is created. And then we also had the 15 to 21s who looked into a future where maybe drama and theatre, it was a dystopian land where it wasn't allowed and it had been banned, so they had a big protest about that. We had the Dare to Dazzle group who worked on dreams and wishes for their future, and Young Company Create, who created a piece about an airport of dreams, and that piece was delightful. Everybody talks about that. We had Our Space, the veterans, and the main morning group as well, with a monologue also from Jason, who used to be part of Our Space, Spike from Funky Llama, and Far Flung as well. They did an aerial piece of work.
It's been really interesting, like taking part in the production, seeing everything come together from the rehearsals and then moving into the spaces and practicing there. You just feel everything coming together, and you can see it as well because you'll have all the lights that you didn't have in the rehearsals and the practices, and you'll be able to wear the costumes and see how everything works with it.
I think it's an amazing moment in time, especially working in this building over the last 10-13 years myself. A really great moment to celebrate and bring lots of people together.
I feel excited still, but a little bit nervous.
I'm actually proud of all the work we've done throughout since we came to the theatre, and I'm excited to see if we can do more.
I'm feeling proud, excited and ready for tomorrow's performance.
was a really big show. It grew to perhaps maybe bigger than we had thought it would be, but it really showcased TR2 and its glory. There was a real feeling of unity and collaboration, and we were one big cast that had created this magic presence for the audience.
When we first sort of pitched it to young people, it was a bit daunting and a bit like, how on earth are we going to make that work? And I think for them, a realisation that they can achieve really huge things, and also that really special feeling of being part of something that was brilliant and absolutely massive, that loads of people have joined them, audiences as well, in this like really wonderful shared experience. I hope they're feeling really, really proud of themselves.
Throughout the process, we brought people together, people who would never normally meet. There was a sense of community around the project, a sense of learning, and a huge sense of achievement for everyone involved. And I think that's all you can really hope for with a project like this. People came together, people had a great time, and people learnt a lot.